Good morning. How are y'all doing? This morning, I was going to go over Numbers chapter 29, verse 8. And I'm only going to go over the A part. And it reads, "You shall present a burnt offering to the Lord as a sweet aroma." I had to think about this, and once I started thinking, I was wondering, why didn't the scripture say, "You shall present a burnt offering to the Lord as a burnt offering"? Because that will be presenting something as it is. If I'm presenting a burnt offering as a burnt offering, I would think that's one thing. But to present something, right, it says, present a burnt offering to the Lord as a sweet aroma. Well, that means it's all about presentation. Let's say you have something that needs to be destroyed, like you're frustrated, you have bad ideas, and those bad ideas need to be destroyed. Well, we can present those bad ideas as a sweet aroma, not as a bad idea. So we don't want to think things as a bad idea and then present them to ourselves as a bad idea. We want to take something bad and we want to look at it like it's good. We might have relationships that we might not appreciate. But if we look at those relationships as something to appreciate, then it can change the way we feel and the way that we think on the inside. So this is about not looking at something the way that you think it should be looked at. Let's take marriage, for instance. You might have a spouse that might be getting on your nerves. It might make you frustrated, but it's how you present that marriage before yourself. It's about what you are creating mentally about the reality that you live in, because we create our reality through our thoughts. Let's say somebody might be getting on your nerves, your spouse might be, but if you present it to yourself as a wonderful marriage, a wholesome marriage, a marriage without blemish, this spouse has no fault, no matter what might happen. But if you present it to yourself as something good, then it's good. Just like presenting this burnt offering as a sweet aroma. Because I done burnt some before, and there's nothing really sweet about the aroma from something burnt. But we have to look at it as it is a sweet aroma, that it smells good, that it is wonderful. And we might even think that about ourselves. We might not like some things about ourselves. And I'm not saying that's bad or wrong, but when you present it before yourself, because your feelings and what you think about can be different. You might feel a certain way, but if you present it to yourself, present yourself as a sweet aroma to the Lord your God, then it changes how you view yourself. Just because you feel a certain way doesn't mean that it's that way. It's just that you might not have a complete understanding. And not having a complete understanding about anything can make you view something wrong. And so that's why I think that at the end of the day, we have to make everything a sweet aroma to ourselves. No matter what we might think, no matter how we might feel, the bottom line and the understanding is God created everything very good in the beginning. And if we think that something is not very good, then we might want to get more understanding so that we can present it to ourselves as a sweet aroma. But maybe you don't have to wait on a complete understanding. If you just listen and obey what the scripture says, then eventually, if you follow it, the understanding will come with it. Because as you go through life and you start presenting things to you as a sweet aroma, then you'll get a revelation within yourself that will show you the reason why this must be true. Because if we take something as a burnt offering and we present it as a burnt offering before us, then we get frustrated, we get upset, and we get mad. And we have to have some kind of fear about making the spirit within inside of us upset, because we don't know what might happen or what destruction could come forth. We can destroy relationships. We can destroy things about ourselves. We can dismantle things about ourselves and think poorly. So today, when you go out, no matter what you look like, no matter what you're looking at, and no matter what happens, present it to yourself as a sweet aroma. Thanks again for listening.